The insect glaive, the thing that most people sat there and put on the chopping block, even though the full game isn't even out. Sad to see, but this definitely will be a rough take for insect glaive. This game's gonna feel a lot like Monster Hunter World. The only problem that I have with IG overall so far, because of playing it on stream previously and now playing it on stream again, is the fact that the uptime for how high you jump up, like when you vault, it is super high, and I don't feel like it necessarily needs to be that way. And also, a lot of people were complaining about how fast the bug comes back to you right now in the demo. Just play, like, see, I got all my buffs already, able to start going ham. Just play the insect glaive right now on demo if you do go to try it, with bug being a melee range bug, so it's not something that you could release super far away, or if you're super far away it's going to come back to you really fast. Just sit there and have it close range, and it'll feel great. They should make it so you can choose your height, like only jumping high, as high as your reticle. That would be weird, because that means you would have to aim upwards.
You already had to do that with the wire bug in this game.
And you can very much so get knocked out. I think it's just harder to get knocked out as a player, at least in the demo.
Thank God.
Because I got knocked out there, and he almost killed me. Because it actually seemed like it took longer to get out of the knockout, because it does tell you to rotate your sticks to get out, but it seemed like it took longer than in other games.
GU's KO is really nice, but as long as it's better than Monster Hunter Worlds, because Monster Hunter Worlds was a pain in the ass.
It seemed pretty lengthy to me.
Like, the better portion is with IG, I feel like they give you more time with your buffs before your buffs go away. So with this, you're sitting there and able to keep your really big damage mode a lot longer, it feels, which is definitely a good thing.
I think it was roughly the same, maybe like a little bit longer, not like a whole lot. As they still make you have to gather your insects like multiple times.
It's not like an insane amount of time, but it definitely feels long enough that it feels good. But this jumping, way too goddamn high.
What, the vault?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel punished for using the vault. Unless there's like...
Well, considering you can press B mid-air and then, like, use a wire bug or something. Because you can, like, use ZLX constantly, like, after itself, if you press B to do the evade mid-air.
Mm-hmm.
Because only Insect Glaive has, like, an aerial evade with the weapon out. Or something like that.
Yeah, because it's... While you're in the air, if you press, I think it's B, you'll sit there and push yourself forward in whatever direction you're going.
Yeah. You can hold back while looking forward though and do it.
Yeah, to go backwards.
Yeah, and then you can just use another wire bug and all that, and it's just like, it looks cool and feels cool, but it's just like,
the problem is
it feels like it's not necessary.
The problem is one, I feel like they overtuned a lot of things. They undertuned things with IG, and that's why everyone's having a problem. Like, if they buffed its aerial damage, it would feel really good. This is gonna suck. If they buffed its aerial damage, it would feel really good. It would feel really awesome to play. But buffing the aerial damage right now won't do too much because of the simple fact of how high you vault. You could, technically speaking, clear most monsters with this. Like, you're just way too high up in the air. If they had it like GU's vault before, like if you're playing guild insect glaive, you don't have that high of a vault, and it feels really good because you're able to sit there and do so much. But the problem with GU is that you don't get the options while in air to do anything, so you're just left there as a stationary thing, which for the most part just overall blows. My dog's name is Tofu. Hell yeah. Like, the ground stuff still feels really good for IG. So it feels really solid, but my still biggest problem with it overall is how high you're jumping and the fact that they should have dealt something with aerial overall. If they dealt with your aerial stuff overall, Insect Glaive would feel like a complete weapon, not like a part half weapon. Like, it feels like a half weapon to me due to the simple fact of everybody else feels so complete. It's still overall enjoyable, it's still fun to play. It's just, fair warning, you're going to have a little bit of issues.
I'm just looking forward to seeing like the faster Kinsect can play.
Or
that's
the
gonna be like you can stay 3 monster linked away from the actual monster, get your extracts, and then just like come in like a fucking dive bomber out of nowhere and then zip your way back out and just constantly stay out of danger.
Yeah. Like, I think the melee Insect Glaive, the like melee bug will definitely have its uses if you're wanting to play like a very fast ground style. So I feel like this style of Insect Glaive is just, you're wanting to stay on the dirt. You're not wanting to sit there and leave to go leap in the air at all. You're just wanting to just keep rushing that big true infinite like combo damage. If you definitely enjoy the stuff and enjoy the support, enjoy supporting, definitely feel free to hop over to YouTube and give it a like and such, because it definitely lets me know how I'm doing with the content and if I should keep working with how I've been editing or with how I've been doing. And I'm always open to suggestions or ideas when it comes to all this. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, well, you have a bad take, so no, I'm not about that. I will definitely enjoy some input and feedback on stuff video wise. Stream wise, well, we're all just a bunch of shenanigans. That's how that goes. Orange is there.
Another thing about Insect Glaive in Rise, they gave it the aerial style, like multi-hit when you get red extract.
Say about what you want for the videos or something about either or. So the idea is to sit there and find out whether people just want our takes on Rise a lot sooner, to see our takes on the weapons that we've done up already in video format, or if I should just keep going one video Rise, one video of us doing our comfy hunting builds. And the other portion of that was, if you have joined the Discord and you definitely have been enjoying the YouTube side of things, but you only watch via the video player that's on Discord, keep in mind that doesn't do anything YouTube side, so. And I've only noticed it because I have a feeling that a lot of people are sitting there and watching via Discord side because of X reason or whichever. Your reason is your own, but it doesn't really help us out on the YouTube.
It doesn't count as another view or anything.
Yeah. And right now, sadly, my video-wise for YouTube, since I am a smaller YouTuber, the YouTube channel definitely gets out there more per video, per view. But I could understand if a lot of people just aren't caring for the content that we're making, which means I just need to get better at figuring out how to produce it better. I'll have to link
Go
it
ahead
to
and
you.
tell that story, Zem.
I'll have to link it to you. I accidentally sat there and banned. Hold the phone. Let me talk. I have to sit there and link you the YouTube channel because I accidentally banned my bot yesterday, and I have to work on getting it back because someone sat there and. Oh, where the hell are we going? I was following the people. The Rathian's way the hell over down in one. I accidentally banned my bot yesterday. Laughed my ass off. And it was because one of the people that sat there and followed the channel, it's not really like an actual person. It was just like a bot mass following people. Trying to get them to sit there, trying to get other people to sit there and go to their Twitch channel or whatever. And I know this because after I looked at my follows list after stream yesterday, or I should say this morning, I sat there and noticed that they were banned on Twitch. So red is in butt. Awkward.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me. You just got orange from the leg.
Welcome to IG. They never put the stuff anywheres where it needs to be.
I mean, they solve fucking different. Except red is still head, and white is still from wings. And orange is still from tail, but you got red from lower body for some reason, and orange from leg. Also, another thing I've noticed is the fact that you have the aerial style vault with red, but because they made it where you have a lot more gravity, so you can't just do it from like the peak of your attack and get the same number of hits in by any means.
Yeah, it's the problem. Too much vault, not enough like towards monster. Whoops! I got locked in the infinite combo. I've never heard of that. You can do it. It's just it's a very rare case. I have to go about trying to get Streamlabs back properly, and since oh my god, get off my asshole. Thank you.
Well, can't you just go into like your things and unban people?
I already unbanned it. I already gave it back mod ship, but it's still not here. I don't know what to tell you on that one. That one's definitely just a little bit of my bad. Rathian, get back here. Damn it. It's definitely easy to lock yourself with IG.
Yeah, there's less lag on some attacks, and then more on some
You
others.
dick!
Yeah, that's how I felt like with the air attacks, is that I was just like locked in way too much.
You know?
Yeah, I feel like you need a little bit more patience with it overall, but...
Yeah, like I feel like traditional insect glaive has always had pretty nice timing on it. Also, I think the vault is so high just because of flying monsters.
But the problem is like, I'm flying over top of... Like, I've done it while Rathian's doing... while that Rathian's flying. And, I'm flying over top of her. Like, I'm still over clearing her when she's at max height. Like, that's how...
Yeah.
Well, that's a oof.
I think it's just like you can time it well with like after she does the backspin, you can time it so that you're hitting her when she does it and then she's on the way down. So you can still get your 3 hits in and just apply more special damage. But the thing is, even 3 hits at 14 is less than like the gun lance special damage. The Silkbind attack does like 68 on the way up. And then I think if you land the overhead slam on the way down, it's probably another 68.
Yeah, like... This
I think
down...
you can attack if you do ZLX into the monster though. It's like the... It just makes you land it and then bounce off it. Kind of like aerial switch axe or sword and shield in G.
It's definitely really awkward, to say the least. Like, I definitely feel like this is the problem child of Rise going in, and most times that's not usually the case because IG still feels really fun and really fun to play. But I feel like their true problem child now is this, instead of it being like something like Gunlance or one of the other more finicky English. One of your more finesse weapons, per se. I like how it still gives you earplugs when you get orange and white. Yeah, like, the earplugs thing's very nice. The buffs are fine. Bug-wise, I will say bugs are fine. My hot take. But I feel like the jumping, like this, needs to be tuned down a bit. Unless they have it like that due to exploration purposes.
Probably, but that wouldn't make any sense because if you're going to explore, you're going to be doing it like weapon sheaths and or with power move. So, like, if anything, it's meant for you to just chase after the monster better. But like, I don't know.
It's like there's just So like one, I hope, since they can do it and they still should do it, they should bring up the numbers on area, like when you're in the air versus not. I feel like the numbers aerial wise should come up on IG. I feel like that should be a big thing for IG, not you getting punished for being aerial. Because like right now, I'm having a really good time as soon as I use the aerial amount that they give you of movement to sit there and dodge, but I feel like that's a wasted thing to sit there and just be like, oh yeah, you can just dodge with this really well. Like, you dodging should be like an after effect of just like, hey, this is a bonus thing you can do if you time it really correctly. I feel like they should give you really good aerial numbers, so then it becomes just situational of, okay, I want to get in my good numbers on the ground and start doing my infinite combo, or it's like, okay, I want to sit there and start looking to increase my mount, like the potential for us getting an extra mount, so I'm gonna sit there and start doing my aerial numbers, and my aerial numbers are really, they're not they're not they're pretty much same values as ground, because, well, since ground has the infinite combo, you shouldn't have to worry about how much, like, if players are gonna sit there and do aerial more than ground, because, well, ground offers you too much with that infinite combo.
Yeah.
Like, that infinite combo cannot be undersold at all.
Yeah, it was only overpowered when it was introduced in For Ultimate because the way the fucking mounting system worked. So you would get mounts way too easily and give you, like, so much free time to just, you know, infinite combo the monster to death.
But if they're like, if they're worried about that,
for it to get back up.
if they're worried about that, then the tuning should be not nerf insect glaive. Should have been, well, we'll just slightly raise percentile on the mount.
I'm pretty sure it's what they did with GU. I think they just made the threshold for monsters higher and the actual mounting damage, like, that most weapons have initially lower, and not just insect glaive. Because even Lance could get mounts stupid easy, like I showed in, actually no, think of another Discord. I saw a video on YouTube of these two people doing the arena shrouded Narcilla hunt in For Ultimate, and the Lance user walked in, just immediately starts doing the dash, leaps off of that first ledge and does the aerial attack and immediately gets a mount after one hit. Like, it's really stupid. Mounting in For Ultimate was just not meant to be, you know, they didn't, like, really think about it. So it was just stupidly easy to get.
Like, they should make mounting really, like, since they've made it such a special mechanic in this, you should be able to sit there and try to fish for a second one. I don't feel like you should be able to fish for a third one because of how much you get with this. But I feel like Insect Glaive should be able to easily fish for that second mount within a hunt with ease. Like, it shouldn't be like a struggle and a half. Because then that would be like, well, if you want to play Insect Glaive, you get rewarded for doing, like, the thing. But
yeah.
The problem is because of previous games, I have a feeling that they're having issues with tuning. And my big takeaways of constructed criticism is, one, give it better aerial damage. You don't have to worry about the damage on the ground because the damage on the ground is perfectly fine. Two, make the vault height lessened a bit. Doesn't need to have to be lessened to an extreme, but just make your overall vault height a little bit lessened because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I
like,
think
I'm 5 mid.
X.
Like, if you look at that one, I'm 5 Mitsu's tall when I vault. If you
Probably
just
got 4.5, but yeah.
like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I think if when you pressed X after doing the air thrust or whatever in midair, if it made you go forward the direction that you were facing or whatever when you used it to offset the actual thrust, it would make a lot more sense. And then it wouldn't matter how high the initial vault is, because you can like aerial dodge away and then press X to kind of move back in if you're just avoiding some attacks and then going right back into it. But no, they gave you more gravity, so it just makes you plummet like a rock and only land like 2 hits, and like that doesn't make any sense. Like, unless there are just like really, really tall monsters, you're gonna get like no hits on the monster. You're not actually gonna land the aerial damage, because the aerial damage looks like it's just like a consistent 14 over and over for like no reason. So like, it doesn't make any sense.
There we go. Because being able to, like, because you have to control your buffs, ground-wise, like, it's solid. Like, played the same as it always has. Does really good damage. Like, I can't wait to sit there and see IG on an actual build where you're getting a lot of stuff done. It's just aerial wise, they need to bring a little bit more polish into the weapon. And I feel like with all our takes today, it definitely shows, especially since like I've been trying to show a lot of the movement and stuff off with the weapon. And it's just like, it's a problem. Like, I'm gonna admit, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's nothing that you should be grabbing your pitchforks about. Like how they, like how people sat there and was like crazy on the freaking video showcase, but yeah, shouldn't sit there and just like judge a book by its cover type thing. You know, don't grab the pitchforks early just because something is a little bit awry or amiss. Like, it's fine to have something like this, because then if you give them constructive criticism, maybe they might actually improve it. And I'm hoping they do just that. I know our criticism, unless our video goes viral, might not be like seen, but it's still a take that I view as very like true to the statement and very well said. Like, it gives you blah, 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 with white and red. I mean, orange and white, and multi-attack with red and white. Yeah, the buffs have always been really good with the I want either orange and red first. I want either orange and white first or white and red first. It's been always super solid. But that one then becomes more to Hunter's choice. Oh dang, Storm Tiger! I hear you in the background.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say, it's like, plus, if we complain too much, Capcom might be like, don't worry, we constantly listen to you guys' feedback. And so upon the release of Rise, Insect Glaive will be removed from the game.
No, they won't do that. And it's not like the fact that we're complaining, it's just we're giving like feedback, plus we're giving like actual decent criticism. Like, we're making it so that way, yeah, okay, this needs to be changed, but also do this and it'll feel a lot better. Like, I have a feeling like a lot of people just sit there and complain instead of giving like actual feedback, and it's like, well, just give actual feedback and then follow up your, hey, this is negative with, hey, try doing this positive thing. Because then you're going to sit there and make it either A, feel a lot better, or B, just you're able to get a point across and come to a overall better result than what you would have initially. Like, for example, since you can't really aim your Kinsect in GU, that was like the big downside with that, is it was really awkward, or at least I felt it was really awkward in GU. But with Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise, both of them have dealt with that criticism by sitting there and being like, all right, well, let's give them more like ways to aim their Kinsect. Problem solved. Now it's just like, if it's just addressing numbers and a height, like, damn, you're getting pretty good to a very good weapon. Like, regardless of the criticism we're giving right now, the weapon still feels great, still feels good, and is still really comfy. But it's just like that little bit extra will push it up to where everybody else feels like it's at, to give it that extra that it needed.
Yeah, my thing is, Insect Glaive has always had bad aerial values. The only reason that it was like tolerable in 4 Ultimate was because of how easy it was to get mounts. But then of course in GU, when they introduced aerial style, which just suits Insect Glaive because, you know, with the vaulting and all that anyway, and then aerial style buffing the actual vault so that you go further with it as well, it's just like, well, of course its aerial values suck. But then, like, it's either you get the mount while other people can still land pretty good damage without having to get a mount, and then you get to join them with the infinite combo, or you end up getting someone else that is getting a mount like aerial switch axe or something, or aerial hammer for no reason, and then, you know, you're still landing your infinite combo, but you can't do it as easily because the monster's threat. So like, the fact that the infinite combo on the ground is meant to do the most damage. What happened?
You see it? Oh, that's satisfying. Hell yeah.
Kill.
The kill was so satisfying. But I apologize, continue. You're talking about hammer and mounting.
Yeah, the fact that Insect Glaive was meant to be the mount spam monster, or the mount spamming on the monster weapon. So like, of course its aerial values aren't going to be as good, and the on the grounded values are going to be better because of the infinite combo. But when they make it to where you can only land like so many hits, then it doesn't matter how bad the values are if you're not landing anywhere near as many hits. It's just a waste of a wire bug then for you to do the attack off of a monster, or just to, you would have to use it as an evasive maneuver, but that's what ZLA is for, as like a weird backstep remover, or backstep function to get out of the range, and then you press ZLX to get closer again. So it's like you're literally meant to jump in and out of combat because you don't have any other gimmick. You basically have to play like Paralysis Insect Glaive and have a set belt around like good sharpness so that you can sit there, be aggressive, and actually contribute to beating up the monster, because otherwise you have to focus tail or you can't really do much.
Yeah.
It has to be like tail first and then limbs to either help break them, or if they're broken and they become a weak spot, or you have to focus head if literally no one else is there focusing head, and then it doesn't make any sense.
So overall, judgment on Insect Glaives felt really good. The issue still resides in how the aerial damage should be buffed up. I feel like that it should have great standing and off-ground damage. It shouldn't be so much about like caring how much damage it does in air because of mounting, but mounting should be its stick of being able to get a good mount, well, like at least twice a hunt. But I feel like they need to buff that again. Once they buff it again, be overall very comfortable. Outside of that, it's a very good weapon. It's still really solid. If you're playing the demo right now, make sure that you're using the Kinsect like a melee Kinsect, then you'll be perfectly fine. You'll feel really good. Outside of that, this has been the Insect Glaive, our Insect Glaive rough takes. With all that out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys sit there and like and subscribe for future content into the channel. Until next time, peace.